Hi everyone. This video turned out to be completely spontaneous. Today, I want to share my personal story about gambling addiction, a dependency I hid for a long time, even from my closest ones. I work as a banker, I earn well, I have a family and 2 kids, and yet I still got involved in something I definitely shouldn't have. That's why I want to warn you from my own experience why you shouldn't get into cryptocurrency trading, especially with high leverage. It can end very badly. Some of you might think, well, this is just some idiot talking. Maybe. But right now, I don't have a clear script. I just want to get this off my chest. Because there's really no one else I can talk to about it. And keeping it all inside, that's actually the hardest part. It all began in December 2021. Back then, Bitcoin was at a low point. I put just $100 on an exchange and decided to try trading. At first, everything went well. The chart was steadily rising, and since then, the market has gained about 80%. I was trading with leverage, but as I thought at the time, quite carefully, avoiding the news, strong movements, and big drawdowns. And the result blew me away. I made 10x. My $100 turned into 1,000, 100. At some point, everything started going in a different direction. One day, I added another $500, then another $500. It felt like I was just saving what I had earned and boosting my position so as not to miss out on profits. The balance looked impressive. My $1,100 plus the new deposits, already $2,100. The trades kept getting bigger, and the euphoria only grew. I felt like I was in control. I was making money both on the ups and the downs, but more often on the ups, where the movement seemed predictable. A typical episode. I take a trade almost at the top and still manage to close it in profit. The next day, I open again. 3 days up, 3 days down. You think, all right, now there's definitely going to be a pullback. But when you're trading with 20x leverage, a single wrong move in the market can do something to your position that you never expected. Then came the most dangerous phase, the descent that I didn't even notice at the time. I kept adding money, convincing myself that the rise was just around the corner. Bitcoin, a bull market, altcoin season, all the classic hopes. Red candles were followed by green ones. The euphoria returned, and I believed I was in control. But the worst part started when I started playing with real money, the money I had been saving for a flat for years. I opened shorts, expecting a drop, but the market kept going up again and again, always against me. To avoid liquidation, I kept topping up my account again and again. Slowly, all the money I had accumulated vanished into the game. Everything I had been saving for a flat gone. Debts appeared. Loans. The situation couldn't get any worse. From March to July 2024, it was absolute hell. All those months, I did only one thing, desperately trying not to lose everything completely. I didn't tell anyone what was happening, because admitting it meant admitting that you're a gambler. And for me, back then, that was worse than any other word. But that's exactly how it looked. That was gambling addiction, a real casino. Charts, levels, trends, analysis, all of it only creates the illusion that you're in control. In reality, it's a game. Tilt, chasing losses. I drew trend lines, waited for breakouts. I hedged, opening both long and short positions at the same time. But some trades closed in the red, and others too. The market could change direction in 5 minutes, and things would only get worse. Life turned into hell. I slept poorly. Woke up in the middle of the night. Checked my account, worried I had already been liquidated. Panicked and deposited more money on the exchange again. I've been watching crypto influencers on Instagram and YouTube, and everything seems perfect. Expensive cars, luxury houses, a stylish lifestyle. But they sell courses for $3,000, giving access only to private WhatsApp and Telegram groups. At the same time, they don't show any real trading history, no proofs or evidence. Often, it's just misleading. I personally got scammed by one pseudo-trader. He sold me an NFT for $500 and took another $2,500 for joint trading. The next day, he blocked me. So be very careful. Many of these people are actually info gypsies, not professional traders. Don't let them fool you. I was saving money for a flat. The plan was simple. Pay part of it upfront and take a mortgage for the rest. But now there's nothing left. Everything I had been saving for years vanished in just a few months. For those thinking right now that I'm just a hamster who doesn't know how to trade, maybe you're right. But this is a real story, and you could find yourself in my place much faster than you think. The situation became critical. I was already deep in the red, and at one point I got a notification there was almost nothing left on my balance. I snapped. I opened a long position for $5,000. Back then, I still had some money left. And guess what? The market suddenly dumped the chart, went in the complete opposite direction. I closed the losing trades. Then I topped up the account again with another $10,000. At that point, I had already lost $65,000. I tried to close at least something, even at a loss, but stopping was impossible. Right now, I have only $4 left on the exchange. I don't know how to keep going. The darkest thoughts keep coming. I've never experienced anything like this, and now I can't get rid of them. I have to hold myself together. In the end, I lost more than $80,000. I'll show a screenshot so the viewers won't have any doubts. Resentment toward the exchange, a sense of hatred, the feeling of being cheated, all of it was eating me from the inside. I lost my health, my nerves, and yet I still have to provide for my family. And the hardest part is that I can't talk to anyone about it. I don't want my loved ones to find out. There's no one I can discuss this with, and that pressure is the worst of all. But life still goes on. How else? My mother is retired and needs medical care. My wife is currently out of work. I have to hang on, transfer money from my salary, just exist and keep moving forward, even when it feels like I have no strength left. Sometimes it feels like this is the end. Sometimes frightening thoughts appear, but I try to keep myself together. I'll probably leave my payment details in the description in case someone wants to help. Not out of begging, just that's how things turned out. And after that, whatever will be, will be. Thanks to everyone who watched until the end. If this story made you think, please like, subscribe, and share. Be careful with cryptocurrency and leverage. And most importantly, take care of yourself.